Oh, well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And Hag Pesach Sameach. That means happy Passover. This is the only Shabbat of Pesach. Or we say Moadim L'Simcha. We wish you the happy, wonderful days of the in-between of the holiday. But whatever it is joyous to be together. And indeed, we have a very special song that's going to welcome us that way. So I'm going to ask our fifth graders to please make their way to their spots with their candle lighting and their kiddush. And indeed, we are welcoming our fifth graders tonight in the spirit of the holiday and remembering that the Israelites left Egypt. The big question was, how would they be known after 400 years in Egypt? How would they be known and who would they be? What kind of names would they have? So they cross the sea and they each take a new special name. And tonight you're going to learn all about the special names that all of us receive. But how good it is that we are together. Hine Ma Tov, we'll sing together.
We invite everyone to sing along with us. These services are always way better if we are more participatory. No, please. And with that, on that mark, as she walked through the door, speaking of participatory, we're so glad to be joined by Kylie Rapp on the beam with us this evening to help us sing Hine Ma Tov. Ready, fifth grade? Hine Ma Tov U'Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
And as we welcome each other, so it is time for us to welcome Shabbat with the lighting of the candles and the blessing of the wine. And to lead us in our candle lighting with our fifth grade, it would honor us to have all of their teachers come forward, Debbie Sarkis, Lynn Cutler, and Mike Kessler. We are on page 120 in our prayer books, if you'd like to follow along. But all of our students have a very special prayer book. It's much smaller and much more concise than the one we use in the sanctuary because it has no transliteration. That means it is only Hebrew and English, and that means that their page numbers are just a little different than ours. But when you hear me say turn to page 120, you want to turn to the pages in the parentheses. Okay? So I think for you it's about page 4.
Page 2.
Page 2. And please, each of you light a candle. And if we would have all of our students light their candles, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
thank God for the privilege of allowing us to light our Shabbat candles. Immediately following the light of Shabbat is the sweetness of Shabbat with the wine. So page 123. Remember, fifth graders, look in the parentheses. You're just going 2 pages.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon חינכילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תהילה למקראי קודש זכר לציון מצרים כי באנו בחרת ויוצאנו קידשת מכל שבת קודשך באהבה וברצון חינכתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן.
Thank you so much. L'chaim. L'chaim, everyone. You can drink your juice. Have some of your juice. We're going to ask our fifth graders to find their seats, and we are going to begin our service with the introduction of several names, as we will do throughout the entire service. So it's an honor to welcome forward Madison Perez and Hudson Broadspies, as everyone else goes back to their seats.
Hi, my name is Madison Perez, and my Hebrew name is Marion Simha. I was named after my great-grandpa Sam. My parents kept the letter S, and my middle name is Simha, which means joy and gladness. And I was named after my great-grandma Marion, which is my first name, Marion. First, I'm going to tell you about my great-grandma Marion. She was the youngest of 12 children. When she grew up, she couldn't afford to go to college, but found a job as an accountant bookkeeper for a company that sold nuts. She was a great knitter and cross-stitcher, and she cooked my favorite food, kugel. She was also an amazing dancer. Next, moving on to my great-grandpa Sammy. He loved to garden and worked at the Manischewitz Matzah Company. He visited Israel many times, but his favorite place to be was in the Catskills. He also played instruments in the army. He played the clarinet like I do, and the saxophone. Both my great-grandpa parents loved being with family and had a lot of hobbies like me.
As each one concludes their description of their name, so that they will for always remember they are each receiving a special naming certificate tonight and something special to always make their learning sweet, a big Hershey bar. Hudson, is that okay for you? Okay.
Shalom, my name is Hudson and my Hebrew name is Simha. I was named after Steve Perlberg, which was my grandfather's best friend. Steve was a man who was always packed with energy and joy. He was very unique in every way. He joined a yoga club and changed his name briefly. My mom sometimes says, "Hudson, you're so silly and goofy, just like Steve." My mom would love if I followed in his footsteps by always having a smile on my face and being authentically me. Steve never had a family of his own, and my parents wanted someone named after him. I hope to carry on his memory.
Oh, beautiful, and congratulations, Simcha. Mazel tov. And we're going to continue with a very favorite song, Lecha Dodi, as we welcome the Sabbath Queen.
We are on page 138 and 139 in our Siddur. The words of Lecha Dodi, that poem that tries to put to words the sense of Shabbat coming into our midst. So we're going to do the first verse, the second verse, and we're going to do the 9th verse on that page. So we invite you to please join along with us. Lecha lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Lecha lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Lecha lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Zachor b'diborecha, yishme'anu elecha, Adonai echad u'shemorecha, v'cheinu tiferet v'tile la 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 lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Lecha lecha dodi, lecha lecha kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha v'la. Rat Shabbat we invite everyone to please rise.
And face the doors as if the Shabbos Queen is entering.
Vive Shalom Atzeret Bala, Gam B'Simcha U'Tehola, Toch Yimoneh Segula. Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Lecha Lecha Kala, V'nei Shabbat Lecha V'la. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Lecha Lecha Kala, V'nei Shabbat Lecha V'la. La 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 la. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Lecha Kala, V'nei Shabbat Lecha V'la. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Lecha Lecha Kala, V'nei Shabbat Lecha V'la.
We remain standing, we turn forward, we turn to page 146, and we continue with the Baruch Hu. And you may be seated. And to hear more about names, we welcome forward Sydney Feldman and Evie Kleinberg.
Hi, my name is Sydney. My Hebrew name is Shoshana. I am named after my great-grandfather Saul, who was my dad's great-grandfather. Saul was an entrepreneur. He started as a kosher butcher, then served in the military and was a veteran of World War II. When he left the army, he helped put laundromats at military bases in New Jersey. He even sold popcorn outside of movie theaters until it was no longer legal. He attended Purdue University. Saul was a founding member of his synagogue, a successful businessman and very committed to many charities. Saul was very outgoing like me. He was happy, loved his family and friends, was funny, confident, a great leader, and a great listener. He loved sports and traveled as well. We still have my great-grandfather's Saul's tallis. This is a prayer shawl that my dad and Zadie wear at synagogue. My Hebrew name, Shoshana, means a rose among the thorns. It can also mean simply a lily or a rose. With the name, I feel like it is my responsibility to remain positive always, to continue to be a leader, be kind, charitable, and to take stand for myself. Even if someone tries to bring me down.
That was beautiful. So great, Sydney. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Evie Kleinberg. My Hebrew name is Haya. I'm named after my great-grandmother Celia Kleinberg. My parents described her as jolly and kind and outgoing. She also liked to play board games. My middle name is Callie, and it is also named after her. Celia liked to entertain and cook a lot of food. I like to do that too. I am like my great-grandmother because we are both always happy. Some things that we still have that were hers are chinaware and jewelry.
Beautiful. Mazel tov. Congratulations, Evie. Good job. Right. And we're going to continue with the Shema, page 152. If you would rise, please. turn the page as we are seated and continue with the chanting of the Via Hafta, one of those very special prayers that all of our students learn to chant.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך ביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
And to share with us more about their names, Isabel Lafkowitz and Spencer Laufer.
Shalom. My name is Isabel Lafkowitz, and my Hebrew name is Alana Elisheva. Isabel and Alana came from my great-grandfather's name. His name was Isidore. The Elisheva part of my name came from my great-grandmother Ethel. My great-grandfather was determined and persuasive. So am I. He was also a judge in court. Since I was 3 years old, teachers said I would be a great lawyer. My great-grandma Ethel was super kind and compassionate. She was also strong and determined, all traits that I have.
Oh, how beautiful. Mazel tov, Isabel. Or should I say Elisheva? Mazel tov.
Do I take this?
Yes, sure. Spencer?
Shalom. My name is Spencer Laufer. I was named Shimon for my great-grandfather Papi Sai, or Simon Kemp, and Yoel for my third cousin, twice removed, cousin Joel, or Joel Strackman. I know that my Papi Sai loved to sing and loved baseball just like myself. I know that my cousin Joel had a great sense of humor and was witty, cheerful, and accepting. I hope that they are proud of me and how far I have come. I wish to be just like them one day in the near future.
Congratulations. Thank you. Excellent.
Continue on page 340 as we sing the words of Mi Chamocha, made even more appropriate in the holiday that we're in. These are the words.
158. You don't have to go that far. Page 158.
The words that we sang as we walk through liberation through the Red Sea, the words that we celebrate this Pesach holiday, the words of Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha, Mi
we welcome forward now Nate Lewis, together with Sarah Margulies.
Hello, my name is Nathan Lewis. My Hebrew name is Yeheskel Benjamin. This is my name because I am named after Irene Schilling, my great-grandmother, and my great-grandfather, Archie Schilling. Also, my middle name was named after my grandmother, Jude. My parents raised me to be a good brother and a good person, just like the people I am named after.
Shalom. My name is Sarah Margulies. My Hebrew name is Hannah Drazel. I am named after Harvey, who is my great-grandma and my mom's grandpa, and Doreen, who is my great-grandma and my dad's grandma. I am named after them because they both died when my mom was pregnant with me. They were also very special to my parents. Harvey was a carpet salesman but also loved cars. He was smart, hardworking, funny, and strong. Doreen was a receptionist at a doctor's office. She was strong, fun, very smart, and loved her grandkids. We have 2 porcelain shoes that Doreen collected. I would like to be hardworking and love life like those I was named after. I love to be with my family and speak up for what I feel is right. Something very funny that Doreen would do is pretend that she was turning 30 on every birthday. Harvey would tell very funny stories to my mom. I really loved learning about who I am named after.
So beautiful. How old are you now? 10. Oh, I thought 30. 30, just checking. Cookies are beautiful.
Page 162.
Turn to page 164 as we prepare for tefillah. And I know that our 5th graders will be leading us in Avot and give a rote. So I'd ask everyone to rise, please. Are they taking their, yeah.
La 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 la
166 as we begin.
Fifth grade. Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imatenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, L'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imaot, Mevidi Gula Livnei Bneihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Yachava, Melech Ozer Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah.
And on page 168, as we continue with the Givorot, I want to point out that for the very first time, we recite that beautiful verse for summer. Atah
Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol ata Rab le'Hoshia, Morid hatah, Mechakel chaim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Tzomech noflim berofei cholim, Umatzir asurim, Umkayei emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al givurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman anta l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasera. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
And you may all be seated. It's a pleasure to welcome forward now Braden Margulis and Hannah Novello.
Shalom, my name is Brandon Margulis and my Hebrew name is Baruch Shai. I was named after my great-grandma Beatrice Jelling and my great-grandfather Samuel Henning. Beatrice was compassionate and problem solver. Her home was always open to family and friends. She was also an artist. I even have one of her paintings hanging in my bedroom. Samuel Henning was a sweet, kind, and gentle. He was a furniture salesman in Newark. I am like these two people because I try to always be kind and compassionate. I try to always include my friends in activities, and I always worry about my friends' feelings. I would have loved to listen to Beatrice's stories because I've heard so much about her, even though I've never met her. I hope when I grow up, I could display the same characteristics and that my friends always know how I care about them.
How beautiful. And thank you for this beautiful button. Come on up.
My name is Hannah Rose Novello. That's okay, take your time. I was named after my mom's great-grandma, Hannah. Okay. She was born... She was born in Belarus, the former Soviet Union.
Okay, so you got us a water?
No.
No, okay.
Due to the Soviet Union being anti-Semitic, many Jews changed their name, and my great-great-grandmother went by the name of Anya. I was named Hannah in the honor of my great-grandmother. I'm told that my great-grandmother was short, but strong in personality, like me.
She was also a germaphobe, and I can relate. What I have learned about my great-grandmother was that she was very brave. She admired to the United States at the age of 77, along with my great-grandfather and my grandparents, uncle and great-grandma. Could you imagine leaving everything you know at 77 years old, so that you and your family can have freedom? All in all, I was named after that brave woman.
How beautiful. That was beautiful. So much. Always in our service, we pause for a few moments of our own silent and private prayer. It's a time to say thank you, not with our lips, but with our hearts, for all of the blessings that we have been given. And tonight, I think we are all learning about the blessings of the generations and the wonderful characteristics that they pass l'dor vador from generation to generation. So we are going to pause for a few moments, thinking of all those whom tonight we have learned about, whose presence we still miss very much, but who still inspire us to this very day. We think of all of those in the land of Israel who are still enduring war, and many who have not yet seen the light of freedom. And always we pause to remember those who may need extra healing in body, mind, or spirit. And we say, Baruch atah Adonai rofecha cholim, blessed is God from where the source of healing flows. We pause for just a few moments.
This evening, this Shabbat, we're here, we acknowledge not only our Shabbat in New Jersey, but it also brings in October 204. We could think of no better way to ring in this Shabbat by wishing the greatest gift of all, the words on page 179, Lo yisa goy, a goy harev, lo yumedu a milchama. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor ever again shall they train for war. Our wishes and blessings for a week and a world filled with peace. Try that with us.
We call forward now Shay Rosenthal and Sydney Rupel.
Shalom. My name is Shay Rosenthal, but my Hebrew name is Yeshea Adina. I'm named after my great-grandmother Diana. Diana did not go by Diana. Her family and friends called her Manga. Manga was very caring and joyful. She loved her grandchildren Reed, Jed, and my dad Lee. She loved to babysit and was very active in Hadassah. I am a lot like Manga because she loved helping and always helped when someone was sad. Manga's nickname comes from my dad's cousin. When he was a baby, he could not say grandma and called her Manga. That name stuck, and it's even on her cemetery footstep.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Sydney Ruppel, and my Hebrew name is Sarah. I was named after my maternal great-grandmother Sylvia and my paternal great-grandfather Abraham. My great-grandfather Abraham was a chemist with a sense of humor who built furniture in his spare time. My great-grandmother Sylvia was a bookkeeper who was very strong-willed, kind, loving, and a generous person who cherished her family. She was also devoted to her Jewish faith and in her free time played mahjong with her friends. My parents and grandparents say that she was quite the sun worshipper in her late years while living in Florida. In our home, we have a few pieces of jewelry and some serving dishes that belong to Sylvia, and a few pieces of furniture which Abraham built. My parents told me that when they were naming me, they hoped that I'd grow into the same independent girl that my great-grandmother always was. My mom and dad said Sydney is already the same family-oriented and kind person Sylvia was. My great-grandfather Abraham was asked to work on the Manhattan Project but declined for ethical reasons.
That's fascinating. Sydney, congratulations. And now we call forward Elijah Scribner and Connor Tobin.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Elijah Scribner and my Hebrew name is Mordechai. I was named after my great-grandfather Milt. My parents took the M from Menachem and changed it to Mordechai. Like Milt, I enjoyed listening to classic music and swimming at beaches and pools. Milt has left 12 volumes of the Jewish Encyclopedia for our family. He was really organized, just like me, and cared deeply about Israel, Zionism. I should follow his example and stand up for what is right while maintaining a polite demeanor.
Great job, Elijah. Well done. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Connor and my Hebrew name is Caleb. I was named Caleb because my parents liked the meaning, faithful or wholehearted. My parents wanted me to be faithful in many parts of my life, like to friends, family, and God. One example of me being faithful is on my swim team. I have been on the JCC swim team for the past 3 years. Practice is 3 times a week, every week, and I go to every one.
You are very dedicated, just like Caleb. Congratulations. We are now going to make our way to page 586 for the Aleinu. As we do so, we have a lot of wonderful siblings and younger children who have been with us tonight, sitting and listening to the stories. So if you'd like to come up and help us open the ark doors for the Aleinu, please do so. And if you would rise, please, page 586.
Door helpers. My goodness. Hey, push them open. Push them open all the way. All the way, all the way. Oh, yeah. More. Aleinu yishabech ladon hakol, lateit gidula neotzeh reshit, shelo asanu k'piyei haratzot, velo samanu k'meshpachot שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגואלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשחרים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
And you may all be seated. And we have 3 more wonderful names to learn about: Ellie Ulsiker, Jacob Villani, and Kylie Weiss.
Shalom, my name is El Olsaker, and my Hebrew name is Eliana Libby. This name came from my great-grandmother. Although I never met her, I've heard from my mom that she was strong, brave, and very talented. Eliana Libby gifted many things to my mom and grandpa before she died. Those things included her old Barbies, china statues, and antique makeup sets. I am like Libby in many ways. Some of these ways are I am strong, beautiful, and talented, just like her. I don't have much information on Libby because she was sick for a large portion of her adult life and died when my mom was in middle school.
Hello, my name is Jake Filani, and my Hebrew name is Mikhail Gabriel. I am named after my great-grandfather, Michael DeBear, who was a kind, loving, patient, and a funny person. We have special jewelry and pictures that belong to him. We also have a Mini Cooper toy car, which was the car that he drove. My parents want me to be a kind and independent person. One example of me being independent and kind is putting others before myself.
Great job, Jake.
Shalom, my name is Kylie, and my Hebrew name is Shoshana Haya. I am named after my great-grandma Ida Altla Haya. She is my mom's paternal grandma. I was 5 months old when she passed away. I wished I had more time and memories with her. I am proud to be named after her because she was a strong matriarch in the family. I am told she was an amazing cook and social butterfly and loved playing games. Whenever I cook with my mom, we talk about how my great-grandma would have loved to be cooking with us. She was also active in the Jewish community by being president of the Hadassah and president of the sisterhood in her temple. My grandma would be really proud that I am getting bat mitzvah.
Fifth graders. Guys, did it. You can take a breath now. You good?
I know that we've all been inspired tonight and have found it absolutely fascinating to learn about the qualities of the people that came before us and the generations that are now holding their names and will bring forth all of their wonderful qualities. I know I speak for all of us when I say it brings us great hope that they will do a far better job in this world than we have done with all of those phenomenal characteristics. and beautiful, beautiful, inspirational ways in which people touched and changed the world. I am always amazed on this Shabbat, and it's one of our favorite to do here because we learn so much about the history of our families and our students. And just a reminder that in Judaism, you can have all the riches in the world. You can have every toy you ever wished for. You can go on every vacation you've ever wanted. You could have anything you want to wear in any color at any time. But in Judaism, there is only one thing worth more than all the riches in the world. Only one. What is it? A good name, a Shem Tov. Always wear your name with pride. Always be proud of who you are. Stand up to be counted. It is a wonderful privilege, even in challenging times. And you're old enough to understand sometimes times can be challenging, but it is a privilege to be Jewish and have a Hebrew name. So wear it with pride and shout it. We don't always want you to be quiet in the sanctuary. Everybody, look at your Hebrew right now, your Hebrew name. Are you ready? On the count of 3, I want you to shout it out. In fact, better yet, stand up and shout it out to the congregation. Ready? Stand up, shout it out as loud as you can, as proud as you can, your Hebrew name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Yeah. And Rabbi, if I may, a very special Yasher Koach, not just to our 5th grade, but to their parents as well. Those of us who are raising Jewish kids in this era often look at the news, gobsmacked, not knowing how we make sense of that and what we can do to build a future that is strong for our children. And the answer is simply what you are doing tonight. It is showing up. It is giving the foundational understanding of why this is such a gift. It is connecting them to their histories of past. And we know that there are so many things that are shuffled and being juggled in your lives right now, but the fact that you've made your Jewishness a priority is a blessing, is a gift that many times over. So on behalf of us, a Yasher Koach and a Kol HaKavod to all of you parents as well. Keep up the good work.
And as we do each and every time we come together as a congregation, we think of those who are no longer physically present with us, but who are very much alive within our hearts and within our memories. We think of those whose yortzites are commemorated, those who died in this season in years past, those who've died in most recent days. And we remember all those, particularly during the Shabbat of Pesach, whose Yizkor is remembered. They who died throughout the years, who once sat around our Seder tables, but yet are no longer with us today. For all those whom we have loved, if there is someone particularly that you are thinking of this Shabbat, please feel free to share their name now.
Her name was Pito.
Beautiful. Thank you.
She passed away in January.
Thank you. And with all of our loved ones, those known to us and unknown to us, those who have given their lives in defense of our nation and the American Armed Forces and the Israel Defense Forces, the land of Israel. So we remember them all now. We rise together, page 598.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yiritei v'yamich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei t'kol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'yimeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha barechu. Ve'olam mim kol birchata v'shirata.
Tushbachata v'nechamata, Damiran v'yalma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba mim shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. We pray that the source of peace will send peace to all who mourn and comfort all the bereaved among us as we all say, Amen. And you may be seated. We have been honored to have all of you here tonight, but particularly honored by our 5th grade class who not only led us in worship and in our blessings, but who inspired us and moved us, made us laugh and smile with sheer joy in our hearts. Well, we hope that you will come back and do the very same thing next Friday night. May 3rd, we'll all be here together again for a special Shabbat beginning at 7 o'clock. And of course, it is the big season of the B'nai Mitzvah that start next weekend as well, as we come together, and every weekend from here on out till the end of June, we are celebrating the coming of age of our children. A very exciting time. This Sunday, religious school, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, only 2 more to go. It's hard to imagine that the year is winding down. Well, 5th graders, it's time for you to lead us on a very special motzi. It's the only motzi we get to do over matzah. Come on up.
They have a closing song too, Rabbi.
Okay.
Handpicked by the 5th grade class. Woo. Keeping with our theme this evening of putting those thoughts, hopes, prayers, blessings for peace out in the world. So they're gonna help us sing the words to O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, and then lead us in a very special motzi. Parents, please sing along. Ready, 5th grade? O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
Once we say our motzi, there are delicious Pesach treats only awaiting everyone in the atrium. So come join us. Ready, undo those matzahs.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'tze'avon.
Please turn to those you know and don't know and say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.